All right, hello, everyone. This is going to be the second episode of my season two of my podcast, the IllusionCast. Welcome. I hope you guys have been having a nice week. I have been having an amazing week. So the first episode, by the time you guys see this, we did Lime King. He was amazing, really cool guy. We talked about like a lot of stuff from like his music, the stuff about winning the cyber contest was pretty big for him, which is amazing. Dancing, all the stuff that he just does. He was a really cool guy, really swell guy. So yeah, this is gonna be episode 2 of season 2 of my podcast, and today we have a new guest with us, Rann0. Really cool guy in the community. He recently dropped his own album. Really great stuff. We're gonna get into that too also, but I'm gonna take this time to ask you Rann0 to introduce yourself.
Yep. So my name is Rann0, but he already said that. I am a YouTuber slash music artist. I do a lot of gaming videos on YouTube and really whatever I feel like with music. I don't have a specific genre. At least I try not to. Yeah, I don't know. That's me. I don't.
Great. That's awesome. Cause yeah, that's interesting. Cause you do like music and YouTube. You're really good at
Yeah.
editing, by the way. Like I have watched
Hey,
some of
thank
your videos. Actually, you know what? So speaking of me and Randall's history, guys, I don't really like we share like the same friends. Like I was telling him before I started recording that we share the same friends, but I never really talked to him like that. Like at least not to
Right.
like a close one-to-one. But one of my for you instances of like finding out about them was his old like videos, like
Oh
like
yeah,
edited
because you
videos.
went back into the archives, didn't you?
Yeah, I
You
was
went
like,
back to like
I did. Yeah, I went way back.
2017.
I forgot what video did I even see. I forgot which
It
one.
was the 100 subscriber Q&A that you commented on.
It was right. I was
And I
like,
was like
wow.
I was like, how did you even find this? Because you would have had
Yeah,
to go to the channel and sort by oldest to
yeah,
even
because I
find
saw
that.
that like you had like 1,000 subs. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then you
You
had like a
went to
lot
like,
of like cool videos.
hey, thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So yeah, I just kept on scrolling down and I, just watched your videos. I was like, huh, this is a really cool guy. Really cool guy. So yeah, so that's my extent of of me knowing Random. But I asked him to come on today because I want to know even more about him and because he's a really
There
cool
you
and
go.
interesting dude. Another thing I talked about before I even started recording was MomoCon. So like I met many of the friends that we do share in the community, and his name was brought up. I was like, oh, he sounds like a really cool and kind dude. So that's why we're here today. That's why we're here today. So
Yeah.
I guess the first question speaking about music in general, how was it finishing I guess like working on your album and then finishing it and
Right.
then releasing it out into the world because it released around that time that MomCon
Yeah.
kind of happened actually.
Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. The original plan with that album was I wasn't gonna tell nobody that I was gonna tell people about the album coming out, but I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna tell nobody that I was gonna go to MomoCon. And I
Oh.
wanted it to be like a whole surprise thing. Like I just showed up and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And then we listened to the like it was planning to drop around that weekend because it
Oh,
was gonna
that's
be
so
like it
cool.
was around that time. But I mean, plans fell through. What happened happened. It is what it is. I still dropped the album though, and I still had that kind of experience like that over Twitch. Um, but now working on that, finishing that, finally getting it out, like
Yeah.
actually, like it was the biggest thing I was working on all year, and to finally have it out, like it felt really good to finally be able to actually release it and have it out there because there's songs on that I've been trying to release for at this point almost 2 years.
Yeah, I bet, man.
So
Yeah, it's some really good stuff. Like
thank you.
everything speaking about I guess about like some of the individual tracks and like features like I said, like you have like a lot of cool people from the community, like Kaworan's on here, Camel God's on here, which I was surprised about. I'm surprised that I didn't know you really were close to Vasto. Like Vasto's one of my good friends. Like I love her.
Yeah, I'm
Like
not. I wouldn't say I'm super close with Vasto, but like we've had conversations. Like I've talked in VCs. Like we've talked in VCs. And like we've gotten sort of close. I wouldn't say we're close like that, but
Yeah.
I just no, I'm trying to get her on a song for a while. And I just shot the message. I was like, hey, so I got a song for the feature, or I asked how much the features were,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there on, I sent the beat, and then, or I sent the open, I should say, and then from there on, it was just I let it happen.
Yeah, that's cool. No, I love that. I love that a lot. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like, wow, you even had like Kenny and JHB and Sketchy on here too. Like, there's like a
Yeah,
lot of like cool people you have on here, like Swave. Like, and that's probably my favorite songs. Okay, it's probably
I think
was
that's a,
not was not one of the first you debuted.
that was no. The first in terms of like that I released,
Yeah,
I put out Already Know
I
with
already
JHB
know.
and Sketchy, and then
Right,
I put out Okay,
and then it was okay.
and then the
Right,
album.
right,
Yeah,
right, right, right. Okay, is probably one of my favorite songs. Like,
that's
I
probably a
like
lot of
how.
people's. No,
Okay,
sorry, you
you
going?
can go ahead. No, you can go ahead. You can go into it.
I was gonna say that's probably a lot of people's favorite songs because I think that is the one that has the most streams right now.
Really?
I believe so.
That's so cool. That I love that because no, like that's the production on it and the features especially Swave himself. Like oh my
Yeah.
god, like he I forgot what was it. I think it was sometime this year or last year. He actually started actually making music, and it's
Oh yeah.
amazing to see and hear how his sounds like developing. Like he's
Oh
really
yeah.
good, really good.
Because I remember when his first songs started coming out when he was just starting it up, and then it's like to see the improvement in real time is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. And then this is you yourself, and like me now, like listening to your music. I was like, huh, this guy is really, really multifaceted. He's really interesting. I like how
Yeah.
you approach like your song like structure and stuff like that. And I guess that's probably like my next question. When it comes to like making the songs themselves and making like a cohesive album, because it does seem like you do have like a theme going on here, at least what I picked up on. But I want you to
Right.
talk about it.
Like the theme of Vision, or just when it in general.
Just in general, you can go into like the different aspects of it.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I just got a lot of ideas. Um, and music is probably the best way for me to execute them
Hmm.
because and it helps too because I know some people with synesthesia. Um, so I can play something and then they'll try to put a whole story together um of just based on what it sounds like or based on like the melody and all of that kind of stuff, and that's really cool too.
Okay.
That's I want to talk about that in a minute. Remind me of that. That's how I came up with the cover.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, no, the idea for the album itself um is kind of like in the best way of words that I can put it into is kind of like an overarching thing of like just kind of do what you want type thing. Like I'm trying to figure out how to word it here, but the way that I see it, like when I started doing YouTube, I just was, and still to this day, I just make videos that I would want to watch. Like really, I consider music to still be a hobby. And like I do that on the side compared to YouTube. Even though I'm just now getting back into activity on YouTube again, but we're not going to talk about that. But no, I was just making videos that I would want to watch. I was just making songs that I would want to listen to.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's kind of the best way to do it because it's at the end of the day, it's self-expression, right? So if you can't enjoy it yourself, like if you're making something for other people, then like I don't know, it's not going to be good, right?
Hmm. That
But
makes sense. Makes very much
that's
sense.
that's the way that I do it. That's the way that I've always done it. It's just what I make what I want to listen to. And if other
Hmm.
people like it, that's cool. But end of the day, it's for me.
Hmm. That's cool. That's really dope. That's a really dope thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me to remind you about the album cover.
Yes. But as I was talking with one of the people that I know that has synesthesia, actually my partner, I was showing him the songs, the album, before I had a cover for it. I had an idea of what I wanted the cover to be, but I didn't have an actual cover for it. I was gonna go shoot it the next day, actually.
Oh, I
But
didn't know you had a partner. That's so sweet.
yeah,
Hope he's really cool.
but is that what now?
Hope he's really cool.
Yeah. But I was talking to them about it, and or I was showing them the music, and they're I don't remember the exact words, but it was something along the lines of like there's a lot of blues, and it's like a city at night.
Yeah, I'm looking
And
at it
like
right now.
those kind of vibes was what they were getting from it. And then if you look at the cover, if you want to, I don't know if you're pulling that up for the viewers at home,
Hey, I can definitely edit it in.
but but I went out because I know there's a in the area where I live at, there's a specific spot that has kind of like a blue light, like literally a blue light that comes down. So I went there. I went to a spot, set up my little tripod with my phone, which is what I took the picture on. And I just sat down, did my little setup, and it was just a random night. So all the people there, that's just natural, right? That was just how it was when I got there. You know what I mean? And I went and I took a few pictures there, edited them, also on my phone on Lightroom, mobile, and then yeah, that was the cover. I took a lot of influence from that, and it fit as well because it's like the blur around it, because the idea, like I said, is kind of just doing what is my form of expression, and then so it's kind of like blurring everybody else out, because why am I going to focus on anybody else when I'm just doing what I want to do?
Interesting. No, that's a cool concept. Like, I like that. Like,
Yeah.
I like how like you have like a lot of intentionality when it comes to like your
Right.
artwork and whatnot. And when you explain that, it's nice. Like, oh wow, I can definitely see that now. Because the main focus
Right.
is you, because that's what you know,
Yeah.
the blurring, the effects you have, kind of indicate, you're kind of like the main focus. But there's still this world like happening around you. It still is
Yeah.
moving, but like you are the main focus. I love that.
Right.
I love that. Cool concept. Cool concept. That stuff, especially as an artist myself, I love hearing stuff about that, explain like your work in that fashion.
Yeah, exactly.
That really is cool. Cause yeah, I was gonna ask about the album cover, and that's probably like was my one of my favorite questions I wanted to ask, cause I do often look at it. I was like, damn, it's like one of those album covers that you will see like even like maybe like I don't know, 5 or 10 years from now, and like you'll look at it as like, wow, that was definitely a time of my life when I dropped. I don't know how to explain it.
That's high praise. I
Yeah. Like
don't know if I can take that.
yeah. Like, cause it is a good album, and it does stick out to me too. Like, I don't know. I was gonna ask this. I don't know how it was like generally received. I'm assuming it was received really well, but
Yeah.
the way how I took it, I thought it was like a good album. Like one of the best of the year. When it comes out
From what I've heard of other people, that it turned out really well. And it got a lot of plays too, which I'm really happy about. It recently got to 1,000, the whole album.
Nice.
So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, no, generally a lot of people liked it, and a lot of people said it was really good. Which I'm very thankful for, because I've been working on it consistently, like as a full body of work. At that point, it's been 6 months in the making.
Cool.
Like, but I've had the songs kind of accumulating over time, but building that kind of story and putting everything together was from November to pretty much the day it released.
Cool. I love that. I don't know if this is like an aspect that you really think about when or no, it probably might be. I don't know. I'm curious to hear your answer. But you do have like an interesting appearance to you. That's also like another thing I like about you. Like, you're really unrecognizable. You're a really nice looking guy. really nice looking. You have a really cool style.
You said an interesting appearance. What do you mean by that?
No. Like, it's really cool. It's not interesting like in like a bad way. Like, it's not like a bad thing. It's really
Okay.
I
was gonna say, you both said you look funny. That's crazy.
No. You look amazing. Like, I like your whole like I don't know. It kind of gives me like a little like mid 2000s like a pop punk era type of thing that you're kind of like going for.
Okay.
At least that's what I get from it too. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I grew up during the era.
Right, for sure. Yeah, me too, definitely.
So Yeah, like do you often think about like that when it comes to like your music? Do you like to present yourself like a certain way?
I'm gonna be honest, not generally. I
Not
don't
generally.
usually think of like time eras in that kind of thing. At least in terms of the actual music itself. When it comes to like how I perceive myself, like sometimes I'm gonna plan for like I'm gonna have a theme. Like I mean, during the entire Vision rollout, I had the denim jacket with the hat and the all that kind of stuff. That was kind of the look for then. And then this is the look for now. I don't know what this is, but so I will plan out sometimes things like that, like almost like creating eras. Like if you think about it, kind of like I'm trying to think of who's a good example. I have a great example, but I don't know. Oh my god. So Kanye West, right?
Oh God. I was like, wait, why is he thinking so hard? What he's trying to say? I was
No,
like,
no, 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 no.
Kanye West.
I'm talking just from a visual standpoint, right?
Yeah.
You can clearly tell the different eras. There's the pink polo era, right? There's the Shutter Shades era. There's the 808s era when he had the suit on all the time, right? There's the little diamond bedazzled mask. Like there's clear cut points in time that you can see, and the music also is reflecting of that, right? So
Yeah.
it's kind of like a similar thing, maybe subconsciously, that I'm doing like that, but that's the best kind of comparison that I can think of to like visually tie in with.
That's cool. That's really interesting. That's really cool. Because I was kind of curious about that. Because you do have a cool style.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, very cool style. And speaking about styles, going back to your music a bit, you did say you don't like to focus on like one genre mainly. You like to be creative in like in different genres. So what are some of your favorite to work in?
I'm gonna say I like making beats just because it's, I don't know what this hand motion is, but I like making beats just because like I've been doing it so long, it's kind of like a comfort zone, which is fine. But in terms of what I actually really enjoy, like taking a full process and taking a long time to make, I love future bass. I love making like EDM tracks. Like that is my bread and butter. You know what I mean? I started off making EDM and then went to beats after that.
Yeah, because I think I listened to some of your old music. Yeah, I think it was EDM.
Yeah, because if you think about it, it's really crazy because a lot of people in here know me for, oh, he makes beats, he makes music, right? He makes beats. That's what a lot of people in this general vicinity of the community know me for. But really, like, the way I see it, first and foremost, is I'm a YouTuber, right? Then after that, I make EDM music and I make like video game remixes, right?
Yeah.
And after that comes the beats. And also you can put original music up in the second tier. But beats is the third on the little totem pole.
Yeah.
But that's more so what everybody knows me for around here because that's, yeah, I don't know. But that's not even like my main thing, which is crazy.
No, yeah, that's really cool. It's crazy to talk about that because I think one of the old videos that I did see was your KK Soul video, the remix, and like I was like, wow, this sounds really cool. And then I saw the channel, I was like, oh wow, it actually has like an actual like a small following, but like this sounds so great. And I think that's probably like one you like you mode read videos. I think it's like at 4K last time I checked.
Wait, the KK Soul?
Yeah, KK Soul is at 4K.
Damn.
Yeah. You have like a lot.
I'll be honest, I do not be checking it like that.
Yeah, like a lot of like cool videos I've been popping off. There was like another one that I watched like long ago that I'm trying to find right now as we talk about it. But yeah, that KK Soul one was pretty cool. And
yeah, that
even
one
something like that interesting, like your Flipnote one was like 10K. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, that one went crazy. I don't know why, but I guess it was just around the time when a lot of people were like nostalgic for the DSi and they were just trying to get Flipnote back, which is what I was doing. So clearly it worked.
Yeah. And and with that being said, I think we can transition to like your music side of things and more into your content creation side of things now, because that is also another aspect of you. I'm like going through your channel right now. I see like a lot of cool, interesting stuff, a lot of video game stuff. Heavy Nintendo focus.
Oh, yeah.
Focus. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, is that like your favorite company?
That definitely, yep.
Yeah. A lot of Nintendo. Same thing with me. I love Nintendo like a lot, and that's how I started my content creation. Making podcasts
Right.
around like Nintendo and like stuff. I do like a mix of things now. I do like a league and like other things all related. But like that's how I
Right.
did get my start too. So what made you want to start even making YouTube content? Until now.
So this is a bit of a loaded question. I'm gonna tell you in advance.
Yeah.
Because this goes back deep. But so really what it was I was always making videos, and when I say, I mean always, like for my entire life, pretty much, because there was always like someone in my family had a camera at all times. So I would just take it and just run around the house filming like my little toys and things like that. Like if I had like a Yoshi right here, something like this, right? And I have a camera back there too. Let me go get it.
Yeah.
Let me go get it.
Sure.
I got the camera right here too. It would be something like this one too.
Oh wow, that's a really old style camera. I love that.
So like one of these old little cameras, right?
Yeah,
I would
that's
turn this
cool.
on, put it on like video mode, and I would go around the house doing like those kind of videos, right? That you're filming
Okay.
with kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would be doing that, and I would always put those little videos together. I knew kind of the basics of Windows Movie Maker, so I would put together little movies with like trying to tell a story with like Mario and Luigi figures going back at it.
No, that's cool.
So that was how I started, right? And then after that, I found out about people just recording themselves playing games, like Let's Plays.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I can do that. And they're still on my hard drive. I still have old videos from those times where I would set up my camera on a tripod, recording the TV, because I didn't have a capture card back then. And then I would play like Mario on the Wii U.
That's cool. Yeah, we all been there. Not having a capture card and recording on TVs or something
Yeah.
with our camera.
And I would just edit together like just again stuff that I thought was funny, and I would put it up on YouTube. And excuse me, this was before I made the Rann0 channel as well, because I had other channels like old ones. I'm not gonna name them because they're old, but no, I had channels before Rann0.
Interesting.
And I was always trying different things. Like the first one was just kind of like I said, just me messing around, just kind of recording whatever I had. The second one was when I started to get more into gaming. And it's kind of funny actually now that I'm thinking about it, because the second channel that I had was really the gaming centered one. And then the next one that I had after that, right before Rann0, was music oriented, was when I really started getting into music production in 2016. And then after that I made Rann0 and kind of just like bridged all of that together. And I started off doing like PC gaming actually. Like my first videos on here, the ones that are privated now, were CSGO, Minecraft, and Undertale. Those were what I was playing in like 2016, 2017. And then at some point in like summer to winter 2017, somewhere in that time period, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take YouTube more seriously. I'm gonna actually put more videos out and like figure out what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Nintendo is my favorite like gaming company, and I like talk about Pokemon, Mario, all that good stuff. And then that just kind of like formatted the whole thing around that, like really went all in to the Nintendo aesthetic. And
yeah,
here
even
we
looking at
are.
your banner right now, it's like the Nintendo like logo, but it's just your name. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm looking at it.
I got one of my guys to make that a couple years ago. That's sick.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Speaking of like Pokemon, like that was actually your last upload, the Pokemon TCG thing. Like that's cool. I'm looking at that right now. Yeah. And then recently you had like a comeback. I see I'm back video. Did you go away for a while?
I want to say I went away, but for the entire up until that video, the only videos that I was putting out was like music, was like, okay, here's a lyric video, here's the audio from the album. I wasn't putting out any actual like content. So it was kind of like an unintentional hiatus.
Okay.
But that was pretty much just me announcing that there's actual videos that are gonna exist, which is crazy.
That's cool. Yeah, Rann0's a real person after all. You know, I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm actually here.
Crazy.
I didn't fade away. No, I love that. Damn, but yeah, like, no, it's cool and just like hearing like your story so far, because like actually says some like similar aspects, you know, with me too, because I think that I think Nintendo's like my favorite company too. I believe, yeah, they are probably my favorite company. And like I said, I used to like make a lot of videos like themed around that too. I was just thinking about like making like a Zelda Tears of the Kingdom video about that too. I don't know if you play that yet. I'm assuming
I
you
have not, but I've heard many good things.
You need to play that. Wow. Because like I'm sure when you play that, I'm sure you're gonna make a video on it too, because like it's just so amazing.
Oh wait.
Yeah, it's just so great. But yeah, I was thinking about doing something along those lines as well when it comes to my stuff anyway.
Right.
But yeah, as for the next question, you just seem like you're like an overall like, you know, creative. And I do like that. Like, I love being like well-rounded, not just like in your music, but like, you know, within like your content creation. Even when like, you know, just like, you know, you're like ideas. Like, I love like how you like you talk about your ideas and how you came to this like conclusion and how you want to execute it. I think that's really fantastic. But I wanted to ask like next though, besides like music and content creation, is there anything else that you do outside of that you think we should know about?
Anything else that I do like outside of YouTube and music?
Yeah.
Not particularly. At least not that I have like out there in the world. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I mean, I somewhat enjoy doing photography and like again like just kind of shooting videos and such.
Yeah.
I actually recently picked this up.
Oh, that's a recent thing.
The old camera. This is a recent pickup. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was an older camera.
No, sir. I got this like last week.
That's cool.
I got this last week, and I've been using it.
That's
But no, like just things like that, like just passively, like, oh, if I see something, oh, let me take a picture of that, you know, type thing. But really, the main things that I be working on is videos, music, those kind of like media is the best word for it.
Yeah. No, that's really interesting. That's cool. My next question then, you know, if that's like your answer, though, is
I really don't be doing nothing else.
Yeah. I don't be doing shit at all. But no, my next question was going to be when it comes to like the general community, then, you know, a whole like network of like friends, like, you know, in mutuals, how did you find yourself within this community? Like, how did you meet all these people that we now know as like friends? You know, people you make music with, the people you talk to like almost every week or so often. How did you find yourself within this community?
So how that happened out was I was always a fan of Shofu, right?
Same. Oh my god, I was gonna tell you my story after this, and it involves Shofu. Funny enough, but continue. I'm sorry.
I feel like Shofu is kind of the gateway.
Yeah.
For most of the people in this community, for at least for a lot of us. But no, I was always a Shofu fan. I was always enjoying the ciphers. Like I remember listening to 2016, 2013, the Indigo cipher.
Yeah.
All of them when they would come out, all the Poke Raps, all the Trap Ketchum when that came out. Like I was super big into Shofu and the whole that side of it, right? And at some point in 2020, I believe there was it was Shofu was listening to Shiny Pack 3 when that came out.
Oh wow! I was there for that listening party because I knew like Peso for quite a while by then also.
And see, I didn't. I only knew him off of Trap Ketchum, and he had a verse in the cipher. I never really delved into his discography like that. Until that stream though. So I went in and I saw the stream and I was like, you know what? This Peso Pete guy, he's kind of all right.
Yeah, he's a good friend. He's a nice friend.
So then I went out and checked out his stuff, and I was checking out his music, and that year, after that, I was into a whole lot of Peso after that. And then I joined the server, his Discord server, around the end of 2020.
Yeah.
So I've been in there for a little minute. And then at some point from there, because I was also following Oddwin on Twitter at the time, and
Oddwin.
What do you call it? SoundCloud. I was always listening to Oddwin beats. I used an Oddwin beat I used a bunch of Oddwin and beats from this community, but specifically in 2019, I used an Oddwin beat as my outro for my YouTube.
Oh,
cool. So I was always a big Oddwin fan as well, and so I joined his server when he first started it, pretty much, in 2021. And then I wasn't really super active for a while. It took me a little bit to actually get active in the community, but he was having a what do you call it? A musical reaction stream, right? Like a feedback stream. That's what it was. He was having a feedback stream when he did those back in 2021, and I put a song in, which actually ended up being what song was that? I think that ended up being "You Want to Come Out Here" on "I'm Mr. Rage."
Okay.
That beat. But I showed him that, and he had no feedback because he just said it was good, right? But so from there on, I was like, okay, so I can kind of get in with the music, right? And then I found out from that, and then Peso had the talent show, so I started submitting to that.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. Yeah.
And really, that was what put me on. That was what put me on, was the talent show, because I put in the 6 minutes, right? I put in 6 minutes of beats, which was 6 of my beats, randomly selected, blended together, transitioned between one another,
Cool.
and that was what put a lot of people's eyes on me for the first time. And I started talking to... I think the first person that I started talking to that I would now consider one of my friends was Cam. He had come into the Oddwin server when I was in there, in the VC. I was just making a beat or something in VC. And he was asking me how I did the transitions. And I was showing him. And that was how we kind of got closer like that, was just from that experience, right?
Yeah.
And then we were talking for a little bit. He sent me a link to his server, or his collective server, which was 24 Immortals. And I was in there for a little bit. I was talking, I was showing beats, I was engaging with the community. And then one morning I woke up, and I just had a DM that said, I think it says, I don't remember the exact message, but it said something like welcome. It just said something like welcome, right? Something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold on, what do you mean by that? And so they had decided at that point to make me an immortal, to put me in the collective.
Oh, you're immortal. Wow.
So yeah, so that was like, okay, like, and that was my first kind of experience like that. So I'm like, all right, this can get me somewhere.
That's crazy.
Right? And then all of 2022, I was just heavy working on the music. That's why there wasn't a lot of videos that came out. I was trying to focus in on that.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of like album mode. That was a lot of that kind of period. There was a lot of stuff that I have that I planned on releasing that I didn't, because it was time sensitive, right? But that was how that kind of started, and then from there on, it was just like being around more in 2022. Like, oh, somebody sent me a link to this server. Like, oh, I know this person because I talked to them in a couple VCs one time, and I've sent this person beats, and then it all kind of accumulated together. So I was joining the 2-4i server, I was joining the hotel, I was joining all these other servers.
Yeah, like downhill and stuff like that.
And exactly. And then it just kind of kept going from there, and just yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting. You mentioned Cam as your first friend. I don't know. I think it was recently, like earlier this year, that I started becoming like friends with like Cam, because like I said,
yeah.
I think when it comes to like one of the not just people like, I guess, like a part of that server, but just like in the community in general, like I was probably one of the one of the first people like really deep within the community. I've been here for at least,
yeah,
I want to say like almost like over like 5, maybe like 6, 7 years. I
Damn.
been in the community, and I noticed that you're a new face that popped up. I was like, oh, who's this guy? Because I don't know how this happened, but I pretty much know everyone. It's so
He
insane.
said,
'Cause, like,
who's this young blood popping out here?
that's fun. Yeah, that's hilarious. But yeah, like I was like, who is this guy? Because like I've been around for like a long time. I'm just
Right.
like I'm just been known as this guy, that's always been like around, for people.
Yeah.
I'm his guy to do. He's like nice. He does art. I'm like everyone's like gay uncle. People call me, which is hilarious. That was just
Yeah, you got it.
funny. But yeah, I found like people like you, Cam, Wally, a couple years ago, like now, Sketchy, like kind of like stumbled within the community. I was there
Yeah.
for seeing that, Kami, recently
yeah.
like Los,
Mm.
which is now like my boyfriend,
Yeah.
which is interesting. I still don't know how that happened. That kind of happened all fast, and
Yeah. There you
yeah.
go.
And now we're here, and now I'm interviewing you, which is crazy. So it's cool that you told me that journey. That's a really interesting journey. I loved hearing that.
Yeah.
Speaking about the Pacific people, though, besides the Cam, who would you consider like one of your closest friends in the community?
I would say, I think two people that I think I would consider to be like close friends within the whole circle of everyone is Kuroi and Kami.
Nice. I was about to say because Cole is my very first, as like one of my bigger like true friends that I've known
Yeah.
for a long time.
Mhm.
I guess I can use this as kind of like a small example or a small like short story about how I came into community, because it is
Right.
a long one too. But long story short, I came to this community around like what was it? Maybe 2017, 2018 maybe. It's been that long for me, and I started out, Shofu also, really a great way for everybody. I think Shofu is just a great way, coming to this
Yeah.
community. And like, I enjoy his Pokemon videos, and I watched his podcast called Japan Time. They did with like
Yeah.
Zeph, Roger Base, Vicky Cocaine, which is also like a cool friend of mine now, which is interesting. Like that's an interesting story,
Right.
how that happened. That's like more like a recent thing within like these few years. Like he's like a cool friend now. Like he even like
Yeah,
comes to
there
like
you
check up on me now, which is interesting. But yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, I've got into the community, chauffeuring them, and then I found out who Matt Houston was. I don't really talk to him like that anymore due to a situation, but I did find the community through Matt, server 2, and I found people like Dylan, which you probably know as Ham Sandwich. He's part of the
yeah.
Noco community. I found like, and just everybody in like Loop, like Green Boy,
Right.
Ham, Aries. Cole's not a part of Loop too, but Cole's like one of Matt's admins at the time, besides Dylan or Ham. So and I was also an admin in Matt's server too at a point, but then I left. Yeah, and then that's followed on from there, and then I think through that I actually made my own like little server community, and I saw content creation too and art, making, and then one of my bigger friends from that time was Koi. And I met Koi. I forgot how exactly, but one day I just started talking to Koi, and like it's been history ever since. And like I've been locked in with other like a lot of cool communities, and I met like people like Odwin and Omar, and my friend DJ Dax and Literature, and like so many other great people like Peso, like is a good friend now, like Kez, like so many cool people. And today that's how I am where I am now. I'm just like this cool guy in the community.
Yeah.
That likes to be chill for everyone. So yeah, that's like my story, abridged, because there is a lot more I could tell you about it, but like I said, I'll be here forever. So and the and
I
the
could have some
podcast
details
is
in
about
mine
you.
too.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my story really. So before I get into anything else, is there anything else that you want to tell like the viewers back at home? Like, is there any like general like advice you want to give them? Since you've been like doing like this thing for like a long time, is there any like
said a word to the youth.
Which is funny because you're not that old yourself. How old are you again?
You said what now?
How old are you again? Because you're not that old yourself, right?
21. I just turned 21.
21. You just turned 21. Correct. I do remember that just happened. So yeah, you are a bit on the younger side when it comes to community, but not really. Also,
Young blood.
young blood. But yeah, is there any advice you want to give to the people back at home?
Shoot, I was not ready for this.
It's okay if it makes me feel better. Lime King wasn't ready for it too, but yeah, he thought about something on the spot. You know.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, I guess what I would say, and it kind of ties into like what I was talking about earlier, like why I made the album, why I make YouTube videos, why I do all that stuff. Like, if you want to do something or if you want to make something or whatever, like, stop worrying about like, oh, what if people don't like it? What if it doesn't do well? It's not supposed to do well. You're just doing it because you want to do it. It's not supposed to blow up. It's not supposed to have numbers. If it has numbers, that's cool. You can make a name for yourself off of that. Many people have, right?
Yeah.
But it's not, when you're starting out, you're not gonna have 10K overnight. You're not. That's unrealistic, right? But it's like, if you work at it, if you actually like do what you want to do and like what you want to listen to, you make that, you put that out into the world. Other people, other like-minded people, you're gonna build a community like that. You're gonna put out videos that you would want to watch, stuff that you just doodle in your pastimes, right? You're drawing what you want to draw. In a literal sense, you are making what you want to make when it comes to visual art, right? So apply that same philosophy to when it comes to like YouTube videos, when it comes to music, when it comes to whatever your creative endeavor might be. Like, just do what you want to make. Don't stop worrying about like the algorithm or whatever, like outside forces that may be, I don't know. But like, just do what you want to do and leave it at that. Like, I've been making Nintendo videos for 5 years, right? I've been on YouTube as a creator. I've been on YouTube since 2012. I made my first channel in 2012, right? So I'm in this for the long haul. I only just got my first 1,000 subscribers last year. And I made my first channel the same year as Markiplier, right?
That's crazy to think about. Wow.
That's insane. That's insane. But I'm not over here like, oh, we've been doing it the same amount of time. Why does he have 20 million subscribers and I don't? Because that's stupid. That's dumb to think that, right? But if you think about it, like, the way that flipped it for me, and I've said this to other people too that are kind of going through the same thing, is not they made it, why haven't I? But they have made it, what's stopping me from doing the same thing? Because if you think about it, if they can do it, surely you can too. It's not luck. It's not chance. They didn't there wasn't some outside powers that were like, you are going to be the one that has all of these subscribers and all of this money and all of these fans. No, it's just, it so happened that he happened to be a charismatic individual. He happened to have a clear idea. He was making things that he wanted to make. He wanted to play Five Nights at Freddy's that day, right? That was his idea. Other people were suggesting it to him, but ultimately he was the one that played it, and he was the one that ended up liking it and continuing the series. If he didn't like Five Nights at Freddy's, we wouldn't have had the Markiplier that we have now.
Yeah.
But he liked Five Nights at Freddy's, so he wanted to make more videos on it. So that was what he did. And now here we are. And the same thing happened with all of, you could list off each creator's catalyst video because they wanted to make that. And they stuck with it. And other people just so happened to like it. And that's what propelled them to the top. You know what I mean? So if you do that, it's only a matter of time. And if it doesn't happen, if it genuinely doesn't happen, that's cool. You still tried. You still gave it a shot. You still put your ideas out into the world and put your hands up, put your pencils down. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. But I don't know. I'm going on a long-winded rant now, but just do what you want to do, man. Just do what you want. Just follow your, if you have I'm gonna sound so corny for saying this, but just, if you have an idea, just execute it, right? Like, don't hold yourself back. Don't be an overthinker, because I know that struggle.
Yeah.
But just, if you have an idea, put it out into the world. Like, you don't, and it says it so clearly on the album too. And like, you have to show the world your vision, because no one else can see it but you.
Okay.
Like, and that's the whole idea behind the thing. Even if you go back to the first release of the year, I put out the Self-Care EP, right? I made that for myself. That was my own care package. I made that for me. I put that on Spotify so I could listen to it. Other people just so happen to like it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not about like what other people are gonna like. Like, I knew other people were gonna like the songs that I made because I was showing it to them. But at the end of the day, I made that because I thought it might sound. I thought I might like that. You know what I mean? So again, it kind of all ties back together. Just make what you want to make, do what you want to do, follow your dreams. It sounds like a broken record. You've heard it a million times, but it's true. Like, I don't know. Just
do it, man. Yeah.
Exactly. Nike. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow.
But no, that's what I would say. Yeah, just if you have a creative idea, just do what you want to do, make what you want to make. Don't let other people tear you down, judge you, be like, oh, you should do it this way. You should, blah, 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 blah. Sure, that could get you more views. That could get you higher up on the algorithm. But is that really what you want if you're not enjoying the process?
Yeah. Yeah, that's solid. That's solid advice. That's always good advice to give to anyone. I know. I know. Whenever I upload this in here, I was gonna watch it. There is gonna be someone that's gonna be so touched and so moved by what you just said, Rann0. Cause like I feel like a lot of people often fall into that trap about this. Even like past YouTube, like anyone who wants to be like a social like media like influencer or create like on any platform, they often fall into this trap about like the number things, the analytics things, the whole freaking well, I can't think of the word right now. Algorithm, the whole algorithm thing. They always fall into this trap, and it can destroy some people. Like I've seen it. We've all seen it. It can destroy some people, and you can go like mad, wondering why that you're not blowing up or why this X things are happening in X amount of time. And I'm not gonna lie. I am gonna be honest even with myself right now. I even fall into that trap, earlier on. And now even like some days, like even like now, like I do think about it even like now and then. But like you said, I often have to keep it in the back of my mind and bring it to the forefront of my mind that if you care about something, if this is what you want to do, if you want to create X thing when it comes to like music, art, or whatever, making game like videos, you have to dedicate to yourself, and you have to do it for you and not for the numbers. If it's something that you really care about, you have to do it for you because you love doing it and not because you want to please someone. If people like it, like you say, that's amazing. It's amazing that you can like inspire or move some people that way, and they can like get into your content, and you can blow up off of that. But if you don't, that's okay too. It won't come instantly, that will come later on. So that is something that I had to even learn too. So I am glad that you did say that, and I do think that is an important message that that more people will that are listening to this will like latch onto. So thank you for that, Rann0. Thank you.
If you think about it, at the end of the day, it kind of sucks because it is a numbers game. At the end of the day,
it is
like everyone is trying to get the most views, the most subscribers, the most whatever the case may be, and it does like it will tear you down to see that you're not getting numbers, to see that you're not performing as you should, to be at a certain point that you want to be at, that you're not at, and that you're realistically probably not going to be at for a while unless you're putting the work in, unless you're doing it consistently, right? But like I said, if it's something that you really want to do, like I said, earlier I said I've been making videos for my entire life since I was like, I picked up a camera probably when I was like 6, you know what I mean? And I was going around recording and going on my grandparents' like the family computer, right? I would put them on the family computer and go on Windows Movie Maker after school and just be editing away, minding my own business, doing my own thing, right? And then that turned into me downloading Vegas Pro in 2016 and being like, okay, let me figure out how to do like zoom ins and how to do jump cuts and how to do all these fancy edits that these other gaming YouTubers are doing. And then that led to me going down that rabbit hole and figuring out like commentary and figuring out let's plays and all that kind of stuff, right? And then from there on, I figured out what my style was, what I liked to make, what I liked to do. And now here we are. It's kind of a mishmash of everything that I've been doing, the music, the videos, the gaming, all of it. Like it all comes together and it's me.
That's great. No, that's great. I'm really happy that I actually asked you to come do this, because that whole like section like alone was just like amazing. Like I love that advice. It's
Yo, I definitely just started rambling there.
No, I didn't mind it. I did not mind it at all, because like what you were saying, first of all, was very valid. But
Yeah.
I guess for like one of my final questions I want to ask you is and I think I'm asking everybody this towards end of the episode.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the future after this? You know, you just dropped your album. You of course you're still doing like the content stuff. Like I said, you've been uploading recently since you came back. What are you gonna be doing in the future? Whether it's like a year or even 2 from now, or maybe even 5 years from now, are you gonna be doing the same
Where do you see
thing?
yourself in 5 years? That's crazy. What is this, a job interview?
Yeah, I guess, I don't know.
Nah, but real talk though, I don't know. I definitely hope I'm still making videos. Cause I mean that's been my whole thing. I've always wanted to create video content and put it out there. Like I was kind of saying through the whole thing. So that's my main thing that I want to be doing, is I want to be able to create video content, and I want to be able to just again keep doing what I want to keep doing, and make the music alongside that. Like I have a lot of fun making music, I have a lot of fun making videos, so of course I'm not gonna want to stop doing that, but yeah, no, definitely gonna try to keep the train rolling, keeping the momentum up, and then putting out more music, putting out more videos, and just kind of getting myself out there, but also trying to get up like people that I know, like putting all those features on the album. That was not just because I like how they sound, although that was a key part of it. It was also because like I know that these people that I'm friends with are so talented. They are so great at what they do. Like Sketchy is a really good singer, right? Kami does really good flows, right? Vasto is Vasto, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
they're
like,
amazing. Kami and Vasto and everything, yeah, like they're amazing.
So
Especially Kami,
everybody has their own individual talents, and I put them on there to kind of highlight that. And for people that know me, that might not know them, to put them on, but also on an off chance that one of those songs happens to blow up, like OK kind of did. That has like 400 on Spotify, I think.
Nice.
And so it's like, okay, now people know about Cole and Swave and Amore, right? So it's like just trying to get word out there of people that I know are talented, that I'm trying to spread the message, and like just having fun while I'm doing it.
That's dope. That's wow. Like I just love how the way you talk and how like you say things. You're a really interesting person to hear. Oh wow, that's so great. I hope that everything still, of course, goes well into the future. From starting today, from now, I hope everything goes amazing, because you are a talented person and you are a nice guy. And even outside the call, even outside this podcast, I am excited to get to know you more, because that's why I brought you on. But also I want to give you a platform, give your advice, tell your story to help inspire others in the community or even outside the community also.
Right.
Also because I think you're a cool person, and I can't wait to get to know you more, and I can't wait
Yeah,
to hear
definitely.
what you have in store in the future, because I know you're probably still working on music as we speak,
Oh, definitely.
100%. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all what I have to ask you today, and I think I'm gonna end the podcast here. So thank you guys for listening to this podcast. Episode 2 and episode 1 has been fantastic so far. I can't wait for episode 3. I'm gonna keep that guest under wraps, but I can't wait till you guys see episode 3. I'm actually keeping that's actually the thing I'm doing. I'm keeping all the guests a secret until the next episode, so they had to watch it or watch the announcement,
Right.
to get
Yeah.
excited for it. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna let Rann0 plug yourself in one more time. Where can people find you?
Of course, you can find me everywhere. That's a lie. You can't. I'm about to say that, but
You're just everywhere in everywhere's walls and stuff.
no. But on most platforms, if you search my name, Rann0, so RANN0, you should be able to find me on YouTube, on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. I don't use that one a lot, but I'm on there. The really big spots where you can find me is YouTube, Spotify, or any major music streaming service. Same thing, RANN0.
Yeah.
Or on Instagram at RANN0, but the word 0 this time, and not the number, because that one was taken.
Did someone take it from you? That's unfortunate.
So if you look up Rann0 with a 0, like RANNO, but the O is a 0, on anything else, you should find me. If it's on Instagram, it's going to be Rann0, like how that's spelled. But that's me. I've said my words. I've said my things.
Cool. No, that's great. I guess you guys know where you can find me. You guys are obviously watching my channel, but IllusionOfArt everywhere. You guys can find me pretty much anywhere. Instagram, Twitter, or X or whatever. YouTube. Even on Discord. You guys. I have my Discord link in my bio, so you guys are always free to join the community too. And then maybe you can talk to the many other people that we talked about today. And yeah. I'm gonna see y'all later, and I'm gonna say, goodbye for now, and until next episode. Goodbye, guys. Peace.
Congrats on getting on the cipher, big bro. I'm
Not.
no, I'm not on the cipher. What? How did you figure that
That's
shit out?
crazy. We had